Hi everyone, today I am testing Lou by Cacharel. This is a bottle that I got on eBay and I didn't know if it was new or old. I checked the batch code and it's 1996, so I'm really excited because I really wanted to try the vintage and I just got lucky. I paid £11 and that's a 30ml bottle. So, good old Lulu, we all know it. Some of us love it. Some of us probably feel it's old-fashioned or cheap. And for me, I kind of got it out of curiosity. I did spray a little bit in Boots or Superdrug and realised that I still actually really like it, and then went online to get a cheaper version. Well, not version, you know what I mean. Went online to get it cheap. Just struck it lucky that I've ended up with a nice vintage bottle. So very, 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 very excited. So I'm going to be wearing this today and letting you know how the longevity and projection goes. I know this may not be that useful because obviously not everyone's got vintage Lulu, however you can go and find it if you want to. I still need to do a comparison of vintage against current formulation, and I think that'll be something that comes up soon. I just need to get a little bit of the current formulation so I can do a side by side. Anywho, I've got to go, so I'm going to spray. I'm going to be very generous because this is very strong when you first apply it, but I feel from memory from when I've worn it that it doesn't last as long as what I'm used to. So I'm going to be quite generous and we'll see how it goes. So here we go. So we're going for sort of the wrist, one in the corner, that poor corner. I tell you what, I got a little bit of that's 4 sprays. I got a little bit of an allergy to perfume sometimes, and those corners of my elbows really suffer and I get all itchy. I think you call it hives. So anyway, we've got 2 on that arm, 2 on that arm, that's 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we'll leave it there. I'm literally choking. I'm not, am I? I feel like I could almost be choking. However, I know that this will die down. I would not spray that and go and meet someone straight away on a date or anything because it's just fucking too much. It's so strong when you spray it. Hopefully most of you know what Lulu smells like. If not, then it's very powdery, floral. There's frangipane in there. In the base there's incense. The incense does come through a little bit later on, and it's a nice subtle incense, just kind of supports the whole thing. It's almost like a talcum powdery, sweet perfumery type smell, but it does die down. It's very strong at the moment. It dies down to something that I think is wearable today. Like, I don't think it smells old-fashioned, even though I remember wearing it when I was younger, like really young, a child. I think I had a miniature bottle, which I loved, and I don't feel like it's old-fashioned. Like I thought I would, but I don't. I quite like it, and I've got compliments from it. 2 girls in the office back a couple of months ago, I walked down to the back of the office, 2 lovely ladies both said, "What are you wearing? We love it." So, you know, good old Lulu from the 90s. So yeah. Right, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Bye. Hiya, so I'm back and it's lunchtime. It's been about 5 hours since I sprayed Lulu, 7 sprays, and it's still going pretty strong. I think it's actually quite a good performer. I'm getting about that much projection from there, a little bit more from the elbow, and it's radiating up from my neck, chest area really well, projecting I would say about that far, which I think is absolutely fine for everyday perfume. It still smells pretty similar to the opening, obviously not as strong. Get that powdery sweetness. It's a very sweet fragrance. I'd say it's quite linear, so the only danger with it for me is I'll probably get a little bit bored. it doesn't really change that much. And whilst I love the way it smells for a while, I feel like it could get a little bit boring. I definitely don't need to respray it. I'm really impressed with the 5 hours I've got out of it so far. So I'll come back to you at the end of the working day and give you a final update on how it's projecting at that point. So I'm off now for a little walk on my lunch break, and I will catch you all later. Bye. Hiya, so it's the end of the day. It is 5 p.m. So the fragrance went on at about 7, and I noted down 3 p.m. after I came back to you after my lunch break. Around 3 p.m. I felt that the fragrance kind of had died. There was just a very, very little trace of it. So at that point, that would definitely be the point I would have resprayed. There was just still like a skin scent, like it was projecting a tiny, tiny amount from my wrist and from here, but I'd say there's just a basic bit of incense left on my skin now, and it's not projecting whatsoever. So I think that's actually good performance for a fragrance that cost me £11 for 30ml. You can get the new formulation, is about £15 for 30ml, brand new. Obviously I haven't tested the new formulation, it was a vintage one, so that's another job to do. But overall I think its performance is excellent really for the price of the fragrance. I like the way it smells. You have to love powdery floral. The incense is quite subtle, but it does give it it helps to even it out, so it's not too sweet. It doesn't come off screechy like some florals can. You've got to love powder. I find it very powdery. So that is my brief synopsis of Lou Cacharel, the vintage formulation. Thank you for watching.